Hey everyone, so I thought it would be cool to look at something I haven't looked at yet this year, and something that's kind of interesting. Teams that are either really good on the road or really good at home, but not at the other way around. So I went through NHL.com and I looked at their records and then home records, away records, and I picked out teams that are good one place, whether that's home or on the road, but not at the other anywhere else. So teams that are good at both, so your really top teams like Columbus, Tampa Bay, LA, they're good everywhere. So they're not on this list. This is teams that are bad somewhere or not great somewhere, but really good somewhere else. And usually start in the East, so let's switch it up. We'll start in the West today. Colorado, they're 4-7-1 on the road, but their home record is absolutely fantastic, 8-3-1, and this is very typical with young teams. Young teams are usually much better at home than on the road. Road games are tougher. You don't have the crowd behind you in hostile territory. Pretty common with a young team to see this. So in Colorado is certainly a young team. So much better at home than on the road. Minnesota, another team, good at home, bad on the road. They're 5-7-1, under 500 away from home, but at home they're 7-3-2. So another team, they're not a young team, they're just better at home this year, and that's how they've played so far. Much better at home than away. Now Vancouver's interesting. They're much better on the road, and they're a young team, so that's a little unusual. But they're 3-5-3 at home, but they're 9-5-1 on the road. So most of their wins have come on the road this year. So that's interesting. Really wouldn't expect that from the Canucks this year. Dallas, 9-2-0 at home, very lights out hockey on home ice. Not good on the road so far. 5-8-1, well under 500. Just have struggled away from home so far. Luckily, they have more home games than away games left, but they gotta at least play 500 away on the road if they want to be a playoff team and keep up this home dominance that they've been playing with. San Jose, this is interesting because usually the Shark Tank is usually a tough place to play, and it's thought of as one of the bigger home ice advantages in the NHL. And you get that building rocking in San Jose, and it's really tough to play there for an away team. But San Jose has not been good at home this year. 7-6-1, barely over 500. They've been much better on the road, 7-2-1, and while it's surprising that the Shark Tank's not a tough place to play this year, this is a very veteran team, so it's not surprising that they can win on the road. San Jose has been better than I thought this year, so I don't know if that keeps up the whole season, but San Jose is certainly beating my expectations for what I thought they'd do this year. Vegas, this has been a huge home ice advantage. They've been absolutely lights out at home. That building's been electric. They're 9-2-0 on home ice. It's not many teams can go into Vegas and win. On the road, they're under 500, 6-7-1. It'll be interesting to see if Vegas can keep doing what they're doing and remain in a playoff spot. They're in a pretty weak division, so it is possible. I'm not banking on it, but it is possible that they make the playoffs. Playoffs in Vegas would be wild, absolutely electric. It would be like this year's version of Nashville last year. I love watching Vegas home games. The building's fantastic. So we'll see. Not surprising that they're lights out at home and not so good on the road. Speaking of Nashville, not surprising here. They have a massive home ice advantage. 9-2-1 on the road, only 6-5-2, or not only 6-5-2 on the road. About a 500 team away. You get them in Smashville, and they're lights out. That one of the best buildings in hockey by far, and not just in the playoffs. I've watched multiple of their regular season games this year. It's the same thing. Absolutely electric building, fantastic fans. So not surprising that Nashville plays really, really well in their home rink. All right, moving on to the East. The New York Rangers, they're 3-5-0 away. They've only played 8 away games so far. That's really odd that they've only played 8 away games. They're 11-5-2 at home. They've played a lot more MSG so far this year. That means the rest of their schedule, you play 41 and 41, so the rest of their schedule, they've got a lot of away games. So we'll see if their road record can get better, because they're still only in a wild card spot right now. So, if things keep going the way that they are, they could fall out of a playoff spot because they have a lot of road games the rest of this season. So we'll just have to wait and see. But they are much better at MSG than they are on the road. They need to be better on the road if they want to make the playoffs, especially in the Metro division, which is very, very good and very, very tight. Another Metro team here, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's 8-2-1 on home ice. They're 6-8-2 away from home ice. So they have a heavy home rink advantage, and they're a team that is in a wild card spot right now, and a lot of that is because of their road record. If they were better on the road, then they would be one of the best teams in the East. They're not right now because they struggle to win away from Pittsburgh. All right, I guess it's all Metro in the East. No Atlantic teams made this list. The New York Islanders, huge home ice advantage. They're a 500 team on the road, 7-7-0. They are 8-1-2 on home ice. Huge advantage playing in New York for them, and that's really interesting. The Islanders are a surprisingly good team this year. I did not think they'd even sniff the playoffs. They are in a playoff spot right now. They are in a division playoff spot right now, meaning not a wild card team. They've been good this year, and their home record is why. And lastly, the New Jersey Devils. Interesting here. They are way better on the road than at home. 6-4-2 at home, not a bad record at all, but not too much above 500. On the road, they are 9-2-2, and this is unusual for a young team to be good on the road. They are. This will be huge come playoff time, and I think at this point the Devils are probably going to make the playoffs. I think we've seen enough of the season where this team is for real, and this is not just a good start. This is a legitimate playoff team, and if you can win on the road, that helps you a lot in the playoffs, because if you can go into another team's building and steal a win come playoff time, you are in very good shape. So those are the teams. There's a bunch of them. I didn't count, but pretty thick stack of cards here. That are either really good at home and not good on the road, or really good on the road and not as good at home. Just something cool I thought that would be worth looking at and kind of interesting. So like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, spread the word. We want this channel to keep growing. Thank you guys very much for watching, and talk to you soon.